Machado Garry has started doing media interviews with the likes of Sky Sports MMA and IRL Channel. I've reacted to both of these interviews and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts today. So Garry, as you all know, is fighting Carlos Prates, not this weekend but next weekend, as his first UFC Fight Night main event. And look, folks, I don't like making videos like this on Garry because I really like him. Like, everyone's going on about how how much they hate him, and I'm actually the one on this channel who's made videos defending him and apologizing for things I've said to him on this, because a lot of the stuff we come out with as fans is stuff we hear online, stuff we read, but however, I've actually had personal contact with him myself, random Instagram comments and random DMs a while ago, and he's a great guy. And now he's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. Everyone calls him a weirdo. However, most fighters are complete fucking weirdos. You have to remember this, guys. We get in our underwear, we get in a cage, and we fight in front of people. You have to be a little bit weird to do that, and to train for that, and to put yourself through that, and that's what he does. So, without further ado, we're going to react to the comments he's made, and we're going to react to his opinions on why he, after losing to Shavkat Rakhmonov in December by a 3-2 decision, it was a very, very close and boring fight, he just thinks he deserves the title shot against Belal Muhammad. As you guys know, Belal Muhammad was scheduled to fight, and Jack Della Maddalena was the step-in replacement opponent. So it was meant to be Shavkat Rakhmonov, and now it's JDM, because Shavkat, for whatever reason, is not able to compete due to injury, is what Garry's been hearing. But there's been a lot of speculation around why Shavkat's not been in the mix. JDM is the one who stepped up. JDM's last win, I believe, was against Gilbert Burns. He finished him in the third round after losing the first two. So that was a good performance, but Gilbert Burns is slightly past it. And Garry's point was, he's just had a razor close fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov, and realistically the knee stomps Garry was doing to Shavkat is what's caused the injury. That was for the number one contender fight. The number one contender can't make it, so put second place in. Garry is ranked number 7 in the world, okay? He's 8-1 in the UFC. Very good record. Only lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov, and at which point Shavkat was 18-0 with 18 finishes. Now he's 19-0, however, he couldn't finish Garry. Stylistically, it wasn't the best fight for either man. I think, and in my personal honest opinion, I think Garry is slightly delusional here. And, oh God, I'm calling Garry delusional. Oh, I'm not a real fan of him. He's delusional here. He's been saying like he deserves a title shot. No, I'm of the firm belief that if you have a title shot in the UFC, you must be coming off a win. That has not always been the case, which was Garry's point. They've done it in the past, people coming off a lost fight for a title. That's highly circumstantial if other people are booked, and if it's a superstar. If it's a mega fight, I understand it. However, Garry's stock, it's a big fight. I understand Garry's point when he said it's a bigger fight than Belal versus JDM is not as big a fight as Belal versus Machado Garry. I 100% agree. Garry's more well known because he's more hated. He's more polarizing. He's weird. He makes weird comments. I love Garry's ideology behind growth, and he's always ready. He's now taking another fight on short notice. What you guys can't fathom is the activity of this man, and there's only one man that's been more active in the past few years, which has been Alex Pereira. And after this fight, I believe Garry will take the mantle of the most active in calendar years since Pereira joined the UFC. It's a stat like that. His resume and his activity is good. If he goes out there and beats Carlos Prates, which is a very difficult ask. Carlos Prates he's had over 70 Muay Thai fights. 65 of them were knockouts. He's on a 10-fight knockout streak within the UFC. He's part of the fighting nerds. They're on a tear at the moment. They've got aura coming into this one. Garry's coming off the first loss of his career. Prates is a mean motherfucker. He smokes a load of cigarettes. He drinks a lot. So it's a massive fight for both men, right? I have a feeling Garry goes out there and wins. I see venom in him. I really do. There is venom in him. He put a post up last night, and it was IRL Channel essentially saying, Ian, coming into this one, it's almost like a bit American Psycho, the weird smirk he was doing at the camera. He's weird. Garry's a really weird guy. I do like him a lot, but he's very fucking strange. And Ian Garry put a post up today, him doing a bit of training after over the top of this clip, and the caption was essentially, "It's just pure venom," or something like that. And I can see it. I kind of felt it, you know. I think he needs to start finishing some fights and being more emphatic, because he puts on good performances, but being emphatic is what gets you title shots. And if he went out there, right, and the Shavkat fight was a bloody messy war, and he turned up that night, because he did turn up, but it was a very boring fight, and the UFC aren't going to reward that. That's it. The UFC are not going to reward a boring, close fight. If he went out there and almost finished Shavkat in the 2 rounds he won, and then Shavkat just held him against the cage the rest of the rounds, you know, people might be saying, fuck, Ian Garry won the fight but lost the rounds, you know? Like, this is the narrative people would be spinning, and then they might say, fuck, Shavkat can't turn up in May. Phony Machado Garry. This is the kind of thing that they would be looking at. And Ian Garry maybe would have moved up in the rankings, but right now he's ranked 7, and he's coming off a loss. And there's people in front of him like Sean Brady, who's just had an amazing performance. JDM, who's on a win streak, he's undefeated. This is the people we're going to put forward now. And 100% if Ian Garry goes out there and dismantles Carlos Prates and beats him, he's going to get a title shot eliminator fight. No doubt about it. 100%. And I would love Buckley and Usman to get a fight settled for maybe July, and then maybe Usman won't be doing quick turnarounds at this point in his career, so I would love to see Garry versus Buckley. I would love to see, you know, I don't know, Edwards versus Ian Garry in September, if Ian Garry goes out there and wins. Another short notice fight for Ian Garry. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal work rate. It's a phenomenal schedule he's got. But this is a very dangerous fight for him. But I think he's got some venom in him coming into this. He's delusional to think he gets a title shot off of his last performance. Now, it was a great technical, methodical approach to the fight. You know, he did the right things. It was 3-2. He'll admit Shavkat won 3-2. One of them's no longer undefeated, no problem. The issue is you didn't perform entertainingly. You didn't put a statement on any of the rounds necessarily. You almost choked him out. I get it in the last round, which would have been a mental moment. And right now, you would be fighting for a world title in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. Ian Machado Garry is an animal. However, everyone hates him because he's weirdo. He is weird. Like, he's a weird fucking guy, but I really like him. I want to see Ian Garry go out there and stop Prates, get on the mic, and demand respect from the fans, demand to be feared, and just demand a big name next. And I think he should go out there. This is in a week and a half, by the way. There's plenty of time. If Usman, he goes out there, he calls out Leon Edwards. Stylistically, Edwards would be a great fight for him because Ian Garry does grapple. Stylistically, go out there, beat Carlos Prates, a very scary contender who he very well might lose to. Go out there and beat Carlos Prates. Call out Leon Edwards for summertime. What is it? It's going to be April, May, June, July. I'm saying August, July or August. One day in summer. Ian Machado Garry versus Leon Rocky Edwards. That's what we need in summertime. Fans will like that because it's a perfect fight. Leon Edwards has just lost his #1 contender status. Ian Garry's coming into the top 5. It's an absolute brilliant matchup. Stylistically, Ian Garry will grapple with him, and I think Ian Garry's going to go out there and grapple with Carlos Prates. I believe he's going to stand with him, a bit like how he did with MVP, and then advance. If he can take him down, and he's gonna finish him. I believe. I think Prates knows he can clip Ian Garry on the feet. He's gonna be overzealous. He's gonna be doing this fighting nerds, amazing stylistic stuff, and Ian Garry's gonna say, you know what, fuck you, I'm just gonna dominate you. Because Ian Garry is a mixed martial artist. There's a reason he trains in Brazil, apart from Layla being Brazilian, but you get me. Anyway, what do you guys think of my take? Appreciate you guys commenting recently on all the videos, and we're back making regular content. I still do not have my mic and my camera. My bag has not been returned to me yet, so we are just still firing away on the old phone. So hopefully the content's not too bad for you. Appreciate you all absolutely massively, and I'm going to obviously be reacting to the Ian Garry versus Prates fight, and very much looking forward to it. Thank you guys.